Today we're going to be making pumpkin bars. So we have pumpkin puree, we have vanilla and salt, we have an egg, we have pumpkin pie spice, sugar, we have baking powder, baking soda, all-purpose flour right here, vegetable oil, and then we're going to preheat our oven to 350. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take and get our baking spray here, which is Baker's Joy, and we're going to spray our pan, our 8x8 pan here. Okay, now the first thing what we're going to do now is we are going to we're going to the first thing we're going to do is we're going to whisk it with this thing here. We're going to do the pumpkin, the sugar, the oil, the eggs, and the vanilla. So we're going to do the pumpkin. We're putting all this in here. The next thing what we're going to do is the next thing we're going to do is the sugar, which is a half a cup of sugar. The next thing what we're going to do is we're going to do the oil, which is a fourth cup of oil. So we have the oil right here. We're going to do a fourth cup of vegetable oil, so it's just to the 2. Two ounces of vegetable oil. Okay, the next thing what we're going to do is we are going to do the 2 eggs. Keep 2 eggs. Then the last thing what we're going to do is there's one more thing. One more thing we're going to do is vanilla, which is 1 teaspoon of vanilla. We're going to whisk it and whip it till smooth. So it's just whipping till smooth. Now we're going to scrape down the sides. Now we need your flour, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. So we need 1 cup of flour, we're sifting all this to make sure it's all even. So it says baking soda and baking powder, half a teaspoon of both baking soda and baking powder. And then it says a teaspoon of pumpkin pie mix or cinnamon, which we're going to use pumpkin pie mix because I think it would be a lot better. What we're going to do next is we're going to sift all this in here. Next, what we're going to do after we do that is we're going to stir it until combined. And that's what we're going to do. I'm going to scoop it now. Okay, now that we have that, now what we're going to do we're going to pour it in our 8x8 creased baking dish. Okay, so we have it right here. Now let's see how long it's supposed to bake for. So we're going to bake for 30 minutes and we'll be right back. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna check our pumpkin bars in the oven. Hopefully they're done. We're gonna take this toothpick and stick it in to see if it's done. No, it's not done. It needs another few minutes. So we'll be back in a few minutes to double check the pumpkin bars. Okay, now what we're gonna do, now they're done. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take and place it on this thing, and we're gonna let it cool for a little bit, and we'll be right back. Okay, so these are what the pumpkin bars look like here. So they look very, very good. So we'll be right back. Comment down below what your favorite pumpkin bars are, and maybe I'll make them and try them. And don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't want to get notified. And I see 90% of you haven't subscribed to my channel. It would be much appreciated if you would subscribe to my channel. And see you in the next video.